Hi, my name is Mario Lurig. I'm the creator of NovelRank Enterprise Edition, and I'm also your guide for this walkthrough of the software. Head to enterprise.novelrank.com for more information about the software, where you can get a full list of the features, see a breakdown of the different pricing options for hosted or full software download, see testimonials from happy customers, read any one of the bevy of installation guides that we make available for you. These include everything from Amazon credentials to installing on a very specific server type, with screenshots and clear instructions. The software itself is actually quite easy to install, however, a guide never hurts, and so we want to offer those to you. Finally, if you do have any follow-up questions, there is a phone number and an email address at the bottom of the page. Feel free to get in touch. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. One last thing before we jump into the software, there is a live demo available of the software. The demo is exactly like the software you would use when purchasing. However, the admin section is disabled. That means you can take a couple products that you are interested in tracking, put them into the demo, see the demo work for you over the month, and then decide from there if you'd like to purchase the software, knowing exactly that you're going to get exactly what you got using the demo when you purchase it. So no surprises. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the software and get started. This is the main page of the software. It gives you some quick information. First, it tells you how many products are in the tracking queue. We'll talk about the queue in a little bit. How many products are currently tracked total? There's 124. And then how many are tracked on each domain, Amazon.com, UK, and Canada. When installing the software, you choose which domains you'd like to track. In the case of this walkthrough, we've just chosen 3, but you can choose any number from the 10 different that are available from Amazon, whether it be Germany, France, India, Amazon.com, your choice. I always recommend choosing the top 1 to 3 domains that you really want to track and stick to just those. Everything works better and your life will be easier if you've reduced it to a smaller number of domains. But no decision is set in stone. You can change which domains by adding or removing domains within the administration section, even after the software has been installed. So it's very forgiving. Below that, we have a list of recently tracked products. And this is where you can see things that have been added in the last 2 weeks, or the last, say, 10 to 15 products that have been added if nothing has been added recently. You can click directly on any product, and in this case we have a book, and it'll take you to the detail page for that particular product. You have everything from the image, title, ASIN, the category that that product is in, and the breakdown of information from each of the Amazon domains that it's tracked. These give you extra information like the last time it was sold, sales rank statistics, so on and so forth. You can view it directly on Amazon. You can also hide a box temporarily because you'd like to compare 2 others next to each other. Reload the page and it comes right back. Below that, we have our chart. In this case, it's showing the default of last 30 days, all domains, and the sales chart as a bar chart. We can update that and view it as a stacked bar chart. We can also just see sales rank information and see those lines. It hasn't been tracked for very long, so there's not a lot of information, but it gives you a good idea of what it can do. If you like to work in Excel, for instance, you can also export all this data to a CSV file, download it, and play with it however you like. But this is just looking at one product. And more importantly, you have to know how to get products into the software. To do that, you head over to the track page. Now, Amazon uses a unique identifier called an ASIN. This is an Amazon product code. If you know your Amazon product code, you can enter it in, hit search, and it'll tell you everything about that product. You can then click track, and the system will try and track it on all the domains you have set up. In our case, it's been added to 1 domain. Perfect. But maybe you want to do something more general. So maybe you want to search for the word Apple, and it'll find all products with that keyword. Same thing, you could simply hit track, and it's a great way to go through and click and track them all manually one by one. When you hit track, it's done instantly. However, when you want to do 100 or 1,000 different products, you probably don't want to do it one by one. You want it to happen automatically in the background. And that's where the bulk insert comes in. You can see it on the right side. I'm going to paste in a collection of codes here. These are actually European EAN codes, which are just like US UPC codes. They're just unique identifiers for that region of the world. I can go ahead and enter them in, click Add to Queue, and bam, success. 3 products added to the tracking queue. So here I'm going to pause for a moment, and I'm going to tell you what the queue is all about. Like I said before, when you click track, it's instantaneous. However, the queue is doing stuff in the background. When a product is in the queue, it means that every hour, just after it's done checking sales rank for all products that are already tracked, it's going to take those queue items, convert them to the Amazon ASIN, and then it's going to try and track them. It's just like the system itself is going through and clicking that track button for every product in the queue every hour and processing through them. It's going to try and add them to all the domains. Now, there are 2 possible behaviors here. The default is products stay in the queue until they are tracked on all the domains you're currently using. That means a product doesn't disappear from the queue until it's tracked on Amazon.com, UK, and CA. As an example of that, we just added 3 codes in bulk, but there are 4 in the queue. The reason is the last item that we decided to track, this one here, this item was only available in one location, Amazon UK. Therefore, it needs to be tracked on Amazon.com and Amazon Canada as well. So it stays in the queue. Now, maybe that's not what you want. You want things removed from the queue when they're tracked on any of the domains, even if it's only one of, say, the 3 that you're tracking. No problem. You have the ability to change that setting. In the admin, where you set the password when you install your software, you have the ability to not only view the items that are in the queue, see when they were last checked, but you can also change that setting I talked about to clear them out instead of all domains, but clear it out when it's tracked on any one domain. And you can flip this back and forth depending on your preferences. You can even clear out the entire queue completely if you just want to empty it out. So, let's head back to the overview and we can see we have that first product all nice and cozy in here. But I don't want to look at products one at a time. I want to look at a group of products. Perfect. That's what the Groups tab is all about. Groups allow you to put things that are similar or you want to compare against each other next to each other. So you can compare apples to apples essentially, but in a very easy visual way. Now, we already have a test group available. This group is called Alex. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Alex. And you can see here it has a chart of all of these products that are available. Now, by default, the chart is missing because it's only viewing today and there's been nothing happening so far today for these products. So we're going to switch it to the last 7 days, leave it at a stacked bar chart, click Update Chart, and boom. We see a stacked bar chart of all of these products and their breakdowns. You can hover over them and get more information. If you want to get really crazy, we can actually view this very large group in just small lines and see the breakdown that way. You can also specify different domains, change if you'd like to look at sales rank, for instance, and it'll render all of these charts out for you. Pretty straightforward. If you'd like to, you can temporarily show or hide the chart, and you can adjust the table here. So here it's sorting by sales rank, but we can also change it to sort by total sales across all domains, and it breaks it down, compacts it for you to make things easier. You can temporarily remove things using that same icon. This hides it temporarily from the group. If you use the X key, it's going to go ahead and try and remove that from the group. And just in case you misclicked, it asks a prompt to do so. Now, we can create a brand new group by going over here, choosing a group name, and we'll just call this one Demo. We'll say the default should show us sales rank. We want to see the time frame of the last 7 days across all domains, and we're going to stick to the sales rank theme and create this group. Perfect. The new group demo has been created. Refresh the page, and we can see the demo group is all set. However, there are no items in this group. Well, when we go back to groups, we can do a couple different things. We can edit an existing group, which is just to edit the default settings for it. Or we can bulk add items. So remember those 3 EAN codes we just put in? Say I want to actually make use of, we're going to make use of that first ASIN that we searched for, and we want to add that to the demo group. So we click add, because it has to be ASINs that you're adding to groups. We can now click on demo and see that this product is now available in this group. We can also head over to the groups page if you don't want to do bulk, and actually, when you're within the group, now, once you're inside of a group, whether it be demo or any others, you have the same option in the top right to export your results to a CSV file for downloading and manipulating in Excel. So they're all available to you that way. So there's many ways to visualize your data as well as excuse me, as well as to get the data out of the system. Now, you can also add items to groups by searching for them directly. So here we can search by the particular ASIN. We can just look for a particular letter here. We even have some links on the right side for stuff that's been recently added, and it can search for those. Then we can choose add to the demo group, and now that product is in the demo group. We can also do it from the overview page. We can take any particular product, add it, and now you can see that it's been added to the demo group. All pretty simple, all pretty straightforward. So there are multiple ways to create groups as well as to add items to those groups. Those are the main concepts for actually viewing the data that the system is collecting. You can track up to 20,000 ASINs in the system if you'd like hourly tracking. You can take a view at local server stats. Let's talk about the admin section next. Now, we briefly went in here, but there's a couple different options available to you. You can delete, update, or inactivate products. So, let's go ahead and do another search directly by an ASIN, or we can just search by a number, whatever. Here we have a bunch of products. Now, we can remove those products by clicking on the X. It'll prompt you to delete that product completely from the system. You can refresh the product. This refresh means that when, for instance, a book has its cover changed, the refresh will kind of get new information from Amazon, and it'll update the title, the image, and the category, just in case it's changed. Now, in most cases, it hasn't, but it does give you the option to do so. This last icon is the ability to activate and inactivate products. If I was to activate or inactivate this particular product, you can see it turns to X's and it shows up as inactive. I'm going to open up a new tab with this particular product, and you'll see that there's now that X is visible on each of these items. An inactive product means all the data that you're collecting and you've already collected is there and available to you to download, view, compare. However, it's not collecting any new data. It is not checking its sales rank hourly. So you can inactivate products as a way to sort of put them to the side for a little while and make room for products that you'd like to add and track now and get active hourly checking without having to remove them completely. To reactivate their tracking, you go ahead and just click that link again. Of course, like anything, you don't have to do it one at a time. You can do it in bulk to inactivate or delete, and it'll run through the process of doing so by just pasting in all the ASINs. There's a couple other features here. You can show any currently inactive products. So if we were to go back and inactivate this product and show list of inactive products. We can see them here clearly, and we can go ahead and reactivate them. We can see products that are slow selling, right? They haven't shown up as a sales rank change enough to generate a sale. They're not really moving product, so you can quickly act on them. You can see a list of products that don't exist in a group, right? So if this is a full listing, so you can go ahead and just quickly add each one to a group and move on. Now we get into the big section, the final section of the admin, which is sort of the software's configuration. You have the ability to change the domains, check or uncheck the boxes. You can also click to see if Amazon's added any new domains. For instance, Brazil isn't online yet as far as being able to track sales rank. So you can click here and we maintain a list here that the software will check against to see if there's any new domains available to you. And it permanently updates the software so that those domains become available to you if you so wish to track them. You can go ahead and change the admin password. You can choose to reset the software, just completely wipe everything out and start over anew. And on rare occasions, you can make use of the stop the cron script. Now this explains in detail what that does. Usually this isn't necessary unless we're doing some sort of troubleshooting, but it is available to you to stop the process that happens in the background that allows the queue and the tracking all to happen on a regular basis. And that's it. So we've seen everything over the overview. We've seen individual groups and products. We've seen how to track things. And we've seen the multiple functions available in the admin section to make your life easier and make it faster for you to work with the products that are in the system. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of NovelRank Enterprise Edition. My name once again is Mario Lurig. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions, and I hope you have a wonderful day.